guys, welcome to Brand X Reviews and another edition of the Vinyl Decision. Now this one I'm going to be talking about one of my favourite albums. It came out in 91 I believe, so it was recorded pretty much 25 years ago, the latter part of 1990. And it's the self-titled album Temple of the Dog, so that was the name of the band and that was the name of the album as well. Now this was pretty much a super group that was formed. It was a tribute but on the part of Chris Cornell to a guy called Andrew Wood, who was in a band called Mother Love Bone, and he died of I think it was a heroin overdose, like a lot of these rock stars. So a lot of the best ones, in fact, they seem to have gone that way. But the actual album itself is really good. If you haven't heard it and you're into a lot of the kind of music of that era that's kind of goes under the label of grunge, I use that because some of it I don't define as grunge. This I guess was. It was Chris Cornell and it was also Eddie Vedder, and some of the guys later went on to become really famous with Pearl Jam. I think 92 was when their 10 album came out, I seem to remember. And that was the one that was like really kind of catapulted them. But it wasn't until then that this album actually got recognition, from what I've read online anyway. So this album actually came out in 1991. It wasn't an instant thing but now it's very well loved, very well recognised as well. And like I say, it's one of my favourite albums. Now I do own this on CD. Let's have a look at the CD just to start with, just so we can do a comparison to what we get with the vinyl. So obviously this is the cover of the thing. Sorry, I'm getting a bit of reflection there. So let's have a look at the actual thing itself. Obviously, CD. The actual inner sleeve is pretty much the same artwork that you get with the record, but just for comparison's sake, you get a lyric sheet there, and on here you get the front cover, and that's what's on the record as well. And you kind of get your list of your set list, and then the back of the thing as well. You get the reverse there. So that's the CD itself. Let's have a look at the actual record now anyway, because like I say, that's kind of why we're watching this video, isn't it? So I'm going to try and do this without getting as much glare as I can. In fact, I'm probably going to struggle, so I might actually just revert to some alternate footage. I'll give it a go here anyway. So this is the actual thing itself now. This is it when it's in the plastic sheet, so I'm going to take it out and show you without probably have a bit less glare. As you can see there, that's the sticker that comes with the thing. And this is 180 gram vinyl, which a lot of older stuff's kind of getting re-released on this. Which I don't know, great if that's what you like. Anyway, I'm not that big of an expert into it, but apparently it's better. So there you go. Now this is £21 in the shop that I bought it from, which is Skipton Soundbar. Which if any of my friends are watching this and you haven't been into Skipton Soundbar, check it out because it's a really nice place and they sell records, really friendly in there, and you can also buy a pint while you're there as well. So again, £21. If you're in America, that's what, $30 roughly, I believe. So now you get, this is the sleeve that it's in when you buy it. Now with a lot of these, the sticker that it comes, the sleeve that it comes with is this like sticky flap here. God, that's what she said. Sorry, hard to say it. I kind of hate these because once you've opened it, you want to put it back in, but it's really difficult to do. And if you just get a knife or some scissors and just cut along that line there, you can turn it into kind of an open thing, where you can just slide it in and out. Again, that's what she said. So this is the actual record itself. Now you can see I am getting a lot of reflection on this, but I think that's probably a good thing for the sake of demonstration because it shows how glossy this thing is. It is really nice. And the reverse of the thing, again, like the CD, you've got the front and the back, so pretty much similar, but it's a bit more orange than yellow. The CD is a bit more yellow kind of colouring to it. But I'm sure you're aware of the actual artwork, but again, the reverse, like the front, is very glossy. And the spine on it as well, it's got that there, and that's on, as you're looking at it from that angle, and that's the top. So if you've got it in a box, a storage box, you can pretty much recognise that from the top part there. And then you've got the bottom, which is kind of nothing. Now, this doesn't open up, unlike the last record that I reviewed. The last record that I reviewed, which was the Alice in Chains Jar of Flies record, which obviously opens up. This one doesn't, so if you want to get the records out, they're just in here. Now, there's two records, but this technically isn't a double vinyl, and I'll explain why when I get into it. Now, like the CD, this is very similar to the inner part of the CD. You've got the lyrics here, and then on the back you've got what's kind of the set list. So very like I say, very similar to the CD. So that's that. The records themselves very straightforward. I'll show you them kind of one at a time. So starts off with the tracks. You can kind of see if I can get it in without it kind of obliterating it. But yeah, you can see there. So Hunger Strike is the first track. That's probably one of the more recognised tracks on this. And then on the reverse, you can see, if I can get it without glaring too much, there you go, you can see what's on there as well. The actual records themselves are just record, well this one is anyway, so there's no point showing you anything more than the label. The actual envelope that it comes in is got this kind of protective plastic sheet in there, which is really handy because you don't want it to kind of get scratched coming in and out. Well, not scratched, but just general wear, which is what, will happen. Now, the actual second record, as I say, this isn't technically a double LP because there's only 3 sides to this. As you can see, that's the main disc side C. Now, on the other side, similar again, like I say, to the Alice in Chains, when it's got this etched thing going on here. Now, getting a lot of reflection of it's kind of difficult to do, but you can kind of get the gist of it. I don't want to get too much reflection, but you can see there really nice work that they've put into this. So from a collector's point of view, it's great. It's one of my favourite, physically favourite records, but also from the point of view of the actual music itself, it's one of my favourite albums. Listened to it so many times. I'm kind of a bit young really to remember this kind of thing. I was 10 when this came out, and it wasn't really my kind of music at the time. I was probably more into New Kids on the Block, sorry. I was just a little kid. But kind of growing up, I had a real appreciation for this kind of stuff. And it's only in the last kind of, 5 years I was always aware of a lot of this stuff, and I did listen to it, bits of it, but it's only in the last maybe 5 years that I really started buying all this stuff and collecting it and just listening to it again and again. So I know these albums backwards. So they kind of mean a lot to me, which is why I felt I need to buy it on vinyl. And it's a really nice addition to the collection anyway. So that's all I really have to say about that. So anyway, if you want to subscribe, do so. Apologies for the tash, by the way. Well, actually not apologies, it's for a very good cause. I'm not doing Movember as such. I'm doing, well, it's a similar thing, growing a moustache, but I'm doing it for a charity called IDAS, which is Independent Domestic Abuse Services. Very local charity to me, very important charity to me as well, for personal reasons. But if you want to sponsor me for this, go to brandexreviews.com, look at the link beneath this video, and you'll see some information. I don't get any of the money, it goes straight to the charity via the Just Giving charity page. So, quick thought I'd throw that out there anyway, and just explain why I'm looking like crap, and why I'm going to look even worse by the end of the month. Seriously, I'm not getting laid this month, seriously, but not that I do anyway, but there you go. Right, okay, so there we go, that's that thrown out there. If you want to follow us, go to brandexreviews.com. You can follow us on social media. Some information coming up right after this video. There's going to be some outtakes as well, because I kind of made a few errors when I was making this video. So if you want to have a laugh at me, at my expense, keep watching after the video. And like I said, some information coming up on how you can follow us. So for now, I'm going to leave there and say thank you very much for watching. Hi guys, welcome to Brandex Reviews and another edition of The Vinyl is Decision. Oh, for really proud of myself for coming up with that name for this show, but there you go. I can see the radiators in the background as well, which wasn't intended, and it looks shit, so let's try that again. Another one of my favourite albums, and I've just realised I need the CD because I'm going to talk about it and I forgot to get the bloody thing out. How many cock-ups are there on this video so far? This is like the third pissing one. My favourite albums which I've bought recently on vinyl, which I already ordered on... I already order? Oh, for fuck... Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just so you know, for more news, reviews and retrospectives, you can like our page on Facebook, simply called Brand X Reviews. But as well as that, you can also subscribe to us on YouTube via this video. You can also bookmark our website, which is brandxreviews.com, which is pretty much a central hub for everything that I've just mentioned. So check that out and we will see you next time. Thank you very much.